See, it also has to be remembered that at that time you would have a drama, and I'm going to say Juliet Bravo because I was on Juliet Bravo as a guest, and you would shoot all the interiors in a studio with studio cameras and studio equipment and all that implies. Then you would go out onto the streets with an outside broadcast unit who were shooting on film, and then they would patch the two things together. And that's why audiences of that time would always see that almost like a jump cut, is that you were seeing it in that texture and now you were seeing it in this texture. What Thames Television did in their wisdom, and Michael Chapman, who was the chief executive of the show, is that they got outside broadcast crew, camera and sound crew, lighting crew, who hadn't done drama before. So they were just dealing with this as if it was an outside broadcast. We in turn, as the actors, were working almost like a theatre group and not improvising because we had scripts to learn, but it had that energy. And so suddenly you were on the street with coppers who, it was a day in the life of them. And in fact, the series started with a program called Wooden Tops, which was a pilot. And the very first thing you saw was Jim Carver, who went on to become one of the central characters, Mark Wingett's character, him reaching out for his alarm clock at 5 o'clock in the morning, the alarm's going off, and we follow him to work on his first day as a police officer. And that was continued forevermore. And then something that most people, even people in the trade, when I tell them this, are surprised, that you could never shoot a scene that the audience didn't know there was a police officer in the scene. So you could never be with anybody other than with a police officer. And that was unique. Firstly, it was a quality program. It was made to an extremely high standard. It followed a line of police dramas in the day-to-day being of the police.